In the early 1890s, Joseph Lee had a good problem on his hands. The owner of the bustling Woodland Park Hotel in Newton, Massachusetts, was producing too much bread. Born enslaved in 1849 South Carolina, Lee understood challenges far greater than an abundance of food. After working in kitchens as a child, he became a blacksmith during the Civil War before making his way to the north as a ship's cook. He settled in Newton, where he took a job in a bakery and started a side hustle, selling food out of the boarding house in which he lived. The experience helped Lee open his first real business while still in his 20s, a small local restaurant. He eventually parlayed that success into the posh Woodland Park Hotel, a multi-acre, dine-in resort and events venue with billiards rooms, bowling alleys and tennis courts. Lee's hotel catered to Boston society and regularly entertained high-profile guests, including 3 U.S. presidents, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland and Benjamin Harrison. The hotel was also the birthplace of Lee's most important and lasting inventions, machines that transformed baking and food preparation for much of the next century. His first, an automated bread-kneading machine, yielded more bread than he and his staff could serve. Simple as this machine is, it is unique, and there is no competing mechanical device in existence that is similar to it or capable of performing the same work. Colored American magazine printed in a 1902 May edition in reference to Lee's automatic bread kneading machine. It added, "Kneading done by it develops the gluten of the flour to an unprecedented degree, and the bread is made whiter, finer in texture, and improved in digestible qualities." It also preserved ingredients and saved time. The machine could produce 60 pounds more bread from each barrel of flour versus kneading by hand. And rather than let the extra bread to waste, Lee developed his second groundbreaking invention. His automatic bread crumbing machine was the waste-saving solution that turned Lee's superfluous day-old bread into the household staple we now know as breadcrumbs, for everything from fried and battered fish to salad croutons. In the colonial era, breadcrumbs and milk were a fairly common breakfast, a precursor to cereals like Grapenuts, says Boston University Gastronomy professor Megan J. Elias, but a rise in the restaurant industry made an automated tool for breadcrumbs particularly valuable. There was probably an expanding market for breadcrumbs in commercial kitchens, Elias adds. In your own home you use up the crumbs you have, but in a restaurant, you want a more reliable supply so that you know what you can put on your menu. Joseph Lee saw it as the perfect opportunity to make literal and figurative dough. African American people, says Psyche Williams-Forson, the chair of American Studies at the University of Maryland, have always been placed in positions of having to do more with less.